Now, some people were kind of, I guess you could say, troubled, maybe even a little disturbed because, like I was saying, you see all of these online relationships that people have, and you want to feel like it's real, like they're actually friends, like they actually know each other, they actually care about each other, etc. So I saw this clip that Shane Davis had, or this live stream that Shane Davis had made, and some people were very upset about what he had to say. And I saw something else on Ballers, which kind of made me, I guess, think about something, and that's something that he said about Cecil. So I'm gonna play that up because some people were like, "Wow, like how did Shane say that about Cecil? Like Cecil and Shane have to be friends. We have to all be friends, because they have to all be the friends because they're both in Comicsgate." So,
guys, I actually don't draw covers for people much anymore unless I can get a cover in return. I don't do it. Eric July probably got my last cover for money. And I'm at the point where I may actually fucking break that NDA and just tell people why Eric July ruined Shane Davis doing covers for anybody. Really. I'm at that point. I just don't want to give that. I just don't want to give that hibbity jibbity fuck reason to come send a lawyer up my ass. I just don't. But you know what? I could probably safely show everything that was said between me and Eric up until the point I signed that NDA legally. And fuck that guy. People are like, why do you think about Eric July so much? It's like, because I worked for him. Because I had a business dealing with that piece of shit. And, I have a reason to have a hate on for that fucker. He is a scummy piece of fucking shit. He is. If somebody said, Shane, would you ever work for Eric July again? Just asking, bro. I'd be like, fuck no. If I could build a goddamn time machine, would I go hang out with Jesus Christ? Would I go, I don't know, meet Michelangelo? Would I do any of these things, or would I go back in time and tell Shane Davis, whatever you do, don't do a fucking thing for Eric July? I would go back and tell myself, don't do anything for Eric July. But anyways, Eric ruined that. So I've had other people like Cecil, people ask me for fucking covers, ask me what my cover rate is. Go fuck off. Like,
let me rewind that. That was his message for Cecil.
Back and tell myself, don't do anything for Eric July. But anyways, Eric ruined that. So I've had other people like Cecil, people ask me for fucking covers, ask me what my cover rate is. Go fuck off. Like, I am not doing shit for YouTubers again. I am not. Fuck that, dude. It's just fuck it. You cannot trust half these people. I mean, there's JDA asking me for a commission and will I do a cover? And look at this shit. You see how people fucking flip? You see how...
Yeah, so anyway, he's obviously not very upset, or he seemed like pretty upset with Cecil, and some people were saying, hey, why are you saying that about Cecil? You guys should be friends. And then on Ballers last week, there was this really funny part, and some people will say it's just kayfabe, but I don't think it is. And I think from context, you can kind of figure out it's not really kayfabe.
Link off of my phone and resend it to the Ballers room. Because the link wasn't showing up on my PC. It was only showing up on my phone. So
yeah. Oh, shit. I didn't put the link out for John. So for people who know, our weekly room is like riddled with Cecil. So I didn't put the link in there. Cecil. Let me... it's riddled with Cecil. I don't know. Anna put him in that room. I didn't. So let me see.
He never says nothing.
Yeah, because he doesn't want me to notice he's there, so I'll remove it.
I know some people hearing this are like, it's just kayfabe, but keep listening.
Oh, wow, look.
What?
Yeah. I mean, do you think the cockroaches like tap dance in front of you and do a little song? No, they fucking hide under the boards and wait for you to go to sleep. And then they, fuck you, wife. They all up on your wife.
Well, did I miss them? What did I miss?
Well, thank God they ain't got no cockroaches. Thank God they ain't got no cockroaches in North Kakalaki. So
Woo!
Exactly.
$72,205.
Yeah, so like if it was complete kayfabe, if this was just a joke, if he doesn't actually really not like Cecil, then why does he not want him to actually come in the room? I mean in the live stream, and he was pretty clear. Anna was the one who added him. So I was kind of thinking about why doesn't Shane like Cecil? Most likely, allegedly, probably, and I think that I actually figured it out because there was a time when Shane sort of had like not a business arrangement, but like I guess kind of a serious deal with Cecil, and we're going to see kind of what happened, and I think this probably explains everything. So I just think this is kind of an interesting little tidbit. Why does Shane Davis not like Cecil from Cecil Says?
Oh God, Donnie was on the live stream, and they're like, Cecil was sitting at my table. First, Cecil was only supposed to sign a total of 4 hours at my table the entire weekend. Cecil was
2
at
hours
my
a day.
booth
2
the
hours
entire time.
Right.
Okay, Cecil's
He was
himself and his stuff was at my table. No, he wasn't working. His stuff was just at my table.
Oh,
Like,
he wasn't sitting there selling? He just left his stuff there?
Yeah, and then I'm responsible for it, and I'm selling his book, but he's not there, and I'd take the money and give him his money, and it was just weird. And then at the end, like I'm cleaning up today, and Yancey's like, "What's in that bag?" It's a bunch of trading cards. Are those ours? I'm like, I open them up, and it's not. It's like the Cecil card where he's like looking through his ass crack or something, or his man boobs. I don't know what it is. And I'm like, she's like, just leave them on the table for the kids. I'm like, no, look in the bag. I can't hand this out.
Could you imagine like a kid going, "Mommy, look what I got," and then you just see Cecil like staring at his own man boobs or his butt crack or whatever it is. Like, would you like this with your Starlight Cats, Johnny?
Like, just now I got all of his trading cards. He didn't even take them. I gotta I don't know if I'm supposed to mail them to him. Does he want them? I don't know. Anybody want Cecil cards?
Shane, I think you're supposed to keep them. I think you're supposed to treasure them. Put them under your pillow every night as you sleep. Put it on your dashboard. That way, every time you're driving, you can see Cecil looking at his own moobs or his butt or whatever it was. Maybe you could have it in your wallet in case Cecil ever gets lost from home, and they can't find him. You can show it to the police. You can be like, "Have you seen this boy? I am the responsible adult. I am his caretaker." "Oh, how old is he?" "He's 48. "Oh, well, I think that he probably, he's only been gone for 48 hours. I think, he can probably manage for himself." "No, you don't understand. You don't understand. He needs me."
I
don't know. Now, Shane is mad because Cecil was supposed to be there for 2 hours on Friday, presumably 2 hours on Saturday, and that's it. But then on Friday, Cecil just ended up staying there for 4 hours. And
it's not.
Shane was like, "Can you? Do you have other places to go?"
It was worse than that. Cecil, because evidently there was a drug itinerary drawn up for this trip that I evidently didn't get it. But Cecil, people were on mushrooms Thursday night. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I'm driving. I'm fine. I'm not even drinking really until later after I walked there. I parked my car. Come Friday, he's sitting at my table. He's on something else, maybe acid. I don't know. So I'm not just dealing with Cecil normally like I would on stream or something. I'm dealing with physical Cecil, smelling Cecil, Cecil next to me, bumping elbows with him. And he's tripping. And I look at him. I'm like, "You all right?" And he just looked up and he's like, "No." I'm like, he his face, dead stare. And I'm like, "You need to get somebody?" Yeah, he's like, "I'm tripping my ass off."
Yeah.
So Cecil, basically left because he couldn't, whatever was eating him. I don't know if it probably a mix of the shit the night before and whatever he decided was on the
Everybody
menu
in chat is
that
saying
day.
Patrick is a PT pusher.
CG
Terrible.
pusher.
PT pusher.
A PT.
Oh my god.
So he left because he was messed up, like kind
Yeah,
of
that's great,
Friday,
guys.
but I ended
Good
up
job.
with all his stuff. Dude, I didn't get him on whatever. I mean, don't blame me, you know. But it was funny. I looked at him. I said, "Are you okay?" And he just looked up at me. He's like, "No, I'm not okay."
Yeah, but Shane was
Like-
bitching about this, and I said, Shane, just it's Cecil, dude. Like he's staying with you because he feels more comfortable with you than anybody else. Like he chose you. Like as a friend, he said, "You are my friend. Like I trust you."
Yeah, like if Cecil was to have stayed with someone else, like maybe PTP, he's worried about what PTP might do to him. You know, it's like whenever girls get drunk, they always think, who's the nice guy who's probably not going to me? Or if he does, he'll at least use a lot of lube. You know, that way I don't end up too sore the next day. And so that's kind of what Cecil thought. He said, yeah, Shane's probably not going to take advantage of my body that much. And who knows? Maybe Cecil offered. I don't know.
You have my back if anything bad is going to happen to me. Like you're the guy who's going to help me out. Like
You know, in nature,
he
that
was
happens a lot,
seeking
John.
shelter with you, Shane.
Right.
And you
You are
took
my-
it
Yeah,
as like someone that overstayed his welcome.
No, in nature.
Yeah, but it's
no,
Cecil. Cecil does overstay his welcome. You know, that's kind of
Well, that's
his
his-
thing.
Thank you. In nature, John, there are two organisms that just have one trusts the other one and looks for safety and nourishment. It's called a parasite and a host. And
Right.
no, I'm not saying that happened,
Mhm.
or we're just big buddies.
Sweet Tooth said Cecil definitely thought Shane would use lube. Yeah, he knew Shane would go easy on him. You know, he didn't know about mange though. He didn't know that sometimes mange comes out at night.
Yeah.
Big friends. But no, Cecil was actually cool to be around. So
He was.
People are ranting and raving about Cecil.
The long pause there. Cecil was actually cool to be around Ethan. He was, and then there's just like silence. Oh, let me go back.
Mhm.
or we're just big buddies.
Yeah.
Big friends. But no, Cecil was actually cool to be around. So
He was.
Yeah, people are ranting and raving about Cecil.
Yeah, people like Cecil.
Did you see him with the picture with that 7'2" guy?
Yeah.
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 Oh.
Okay, so kind of just with that in mind, let me go back to the stream which I had pulled up earlier from a few weeks ago.
Go back in time and tell Shane Davis, whatever you do, don't do a fucking thing for Eric July. I would go back and tell myself, don't do anything for Eric July. But anyways, Eric ruined that. So I've had other people like Cecil, people ask me for fucking covers, ask me what my cover rate is. Go fuck off. Like, I am not doing shit for YouTubers again. I am not. Fuck that.
So to me, it makes sense, you know, why he wouldn't want to, why he maybe wouldn't want to hire Cecil. I mean, be hired by Cecil to make a cover because, you know, if you can't even handle a slight partnership where you're temporarily sharing a table, then would you actually want to hire somebody to do a cover? I don't know. It seems like a little bit more of a commitment.